Hey guys, welcome to Style Class, and I'm Amy, this is Sarah.
I'm Amy, that's Sarah.
Today's conversation is going to be about dressing in the heat for a life that does not involve like sandy beaches, cocktails, or
I
like...
don't know her.
You don't know. We have no idea who she is. We hear she's doing well. So it's not for that life because, you know, that a lot of you guys have that check boxed out. It's a little more intuitive, and it's just for another discussion as well. So today we're going to talk about dressing for the heat in a workplace often, and in places where you need to feel put together, where even though we don't love rules, there are some general basis understanding of what decorum is and what you can do in a judge's chamber or not, and all that kind of stuff as it pertains to the way that you're dressed. So this is a very hot topic in my DMs. And so when I asked you guys for questions this week, literally chop, that came to the top, number one. So the key to all of this is not giving you a vomit out of tons of summary ideas that won't make you sweat like crazy. The idea is to get you to think about the clothing in your closet as a tool that you can use in different ways to get you through the summer. And before we get started, what I want to say is, you know, we talk so much about what your adjectives are and what your modifier is. And Couture and I were kind of talking beforehand, and we were saying how in the fall and the winter and in the high spring, it's kind of easy to just dress your adjectives. Like put your chill modern classic on, run out the door, and just between all the textures and the layering, you can feel like you've got a lot of personal style exhibited and a lot of depth. But what happens is in the summertime, it's hot out and everything is much more stripped down. And this is where you want to really lean into your modifiers, because what happens is a lot of you strip things down, you get it so simplified to your adjectives, and then you put it on and you're like,
Okay.
well fuck, yeah, like, okay, I don't feel like the way I want to feel. And so then sometimes you're like, I don't feel the way I want to feel, and then you go buy like some big poofy, ruffly thing, and then you're like, well fuck, that's not how I want it to feel either. So the idea here is making sure that you feel like yourself, right? Chill, modern, and classic, and then whatever your modifier is. So you'll see between Katura and Sarah and I, and some of the people that we have actually are just gonna grab off the desk in our office, you're going to see how people have really kind of stripped things down for the summertime, but they've mixed in those elements that give it like a little something.
Sure.
Let's talk about this.
I'm wearing a little something. So I am using the sheer skirt as my major tool for summer layering, and I know that kind of seems opposite for work appropriate wear, or like, you know, a more conservative approach to traditional office wear. But I actually am a big layering person, as most of you know, and it's kind of my mission to figure out how I can layer in the summer without adding bulk, and, you know, still remaining breathable and cool and not feel like I'm wearing a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I paired the Charlie striped shirt, which is on sale, which is my nod to that kind of like business woman,
yep,
with this, it's called driftwood, that's the color, sheer skirt. The skirt's a size 0, the shirt is a small. And to kind of use my modifier, I added I guess like studded punkish almost belt. I work in the creative industry, and for me, I think in our office, which obviously is that of a fashion brand, this is definitely appropriate, but I could easily put on a blazer and go to a really place like any other office and feel confident. I would say it's a little short under here, so I would probably look for a longer tunic shirt, but...
Yeah. Well, and so let's preface it for a minute, because like having worked at American Express, I think that you can push this creatively, but you would need to have a slip
Yes.
on under it,
Yes.
right? So we recognize that. And if you actually went out for a meeting to maybe another creative meeting, maybe you're even throwing a blazer over
Totally.
the shoulder, but you're still doing the sheer. And so if you're looking at Sarah and you're like, well, clearly Sarah's modifier is risk-taking, it's very consistent that way. Like if this were me wearing this, I could easily put on the denim skirt and then the belt and that. And so here, like, you're not layered up, you got on, and maybe you're also like pushing this way up and getting like a breeze.
Yeah, like
in.
let's look at big, slim skin.
Yeah.
Like let's consider, you know, all of the things that you guys know. There is a nice slit in the front, so I think that that adds
Yeah.
a little flash of leg, but nothing too provocative.
And what you want to look for, so when you talk about tools, like the perfect summer skirt, this skirt is something that, of course, like if you wore a slip under it, it really just becomes a beautiful rust-colored skirt.
Totally.
So it's got lots of versatility to get you through the summer. The shirt, no brainer, right? Like a cotton poplin shirt, this will work as a jacket, works as a button down. And then for the denim skirt, what's really key here is the vent, because that is what, like you become your own little air conditioning unit. Aren't
I mean,
there
that's-
animals that have air conditioning built in? Oh,
I think this is really good for us to show Brittany in this skirt.
yeah. Are you wearing a slit underneath the skirt?
I'm wearing
You're
shorts.
you're wearing about your shorts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Brittany's wearing the same skirt,
Yep.
and then you're mixing like the brown.
Yeah, the brown. I was just
Yeah.
cold, so I threw this on. Thank you.
Okay.
But I actually think I got this inspired by you. I feel like you wore this on a previous live.
I have.
Yeah,
but
I
you
like
know
the
what?
brown.
I
Have
like
I?
it on you.
Yeah.
And then the white shoe was like an extra nod towards like lightness and
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know, we were saying before that bright, like you don't need to be wearing a rainbow of bright colors
Yeah.
to indicate spring or summer and lightness and happiness and joy. Like, I mean, I think that the sheerness and the white shoe here really emphasizes that.
Yeah. I feel like this is definitely my tone, my version of it.
And so one of the things that comes up a lot is you guys are like, Amy, you're always wearing open toe shoes. And I do wear a lot of open toe shoes, but I do wear a lot of closed toe shoes. And I think whoever says that is sometimes choosing to like the open toe shoe the most.
Yeah.
But if this were like the white Rudolph pattern or something like that, like absolutely. That would do.
Interchangeable.
This one's
Yeah.
the Rudolph, and so
Yeah.
you absolutely could have worn a little pointed toe
yeah.
shoe here. And I think what tends to feel off though in the summertime is a really big closed toe pump.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it,
Where are you
Yeah.
going? You're not going
yeah,
anywhere.
it takes on a little more formality. Like that's where I
Agree.
like a sling back,
Yeah.
a flat that's pointed toe.
And I
then-
feel like if I were to wear the drapey jersey skirt with this, it
Yeah.
wouldn't feel, it would feel too heavy for the summer, so that's why I went with sheer too.
Yeah.
Totally. But that's
Yeah.
like, that's within the versatility of these pieces. So this
Exactly.
tunic that you were previously wearing with the matching skirt, you've
Mhm.
now basically made it ideal for summer, and I'm
Yeah.
sure you'll do something similar with the skirt.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Look, give it to him.
The difference between the Midi and the maxi and that leather.
Okay, so the difference is, I'm wearing the maxi length, and for me, the maxi length is really great in the more creative industries. And in creative industries is broad. But if I were at JP Morgan or someplace like that, I would be going with the midi length. And the midi length is about, I think it's about 5 inches shorter.
Like 3 3/4 almost. Maybe I lied.
Between midi, more
Yeah.
than three and 3/4. Yeah, because when I pick it up here, this is about 2.5 and 2.5. So I think it's, but did you see 3 3/4 somewhere?
I did, but maybe the math was funny. Maybe the math wasn't
Oh.
mathing. So I think that the maxi is actually like 38 or some change, 37 and some change, and then the midi is like 36 and some change. But I didn't, don't add those things together, guys. It's in my stories.
You bought the brown leather one here, right?
I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
I didn't see that here either. Okay, so anyways, the midi length is really to hit you in the midi, and the maxi should really be hitting you around the ankle. I am 5'5", and remember too, when you guys are fitting this skirt, this one is considered a low-rise skirt. So if you had like a low-rise pant like the Stella, this would be the same vibe as that pant. So here's the belly button, and we're a good like 2 inches below. So it's sitting quite low. If you choose to size down in this skirt, what you want to do is understand that it's going to hit you up here. And what happens if it hits you up here, you're going to lose about 1.5 inches to 2 inches on the body length.
Just to confirm.
Yeah.
In the maxi, at
Yeah.
a 4, it's 36 and 5/8, and in a midi, it's 31. So
5
5
inches.
and 5 and 5/8.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
No,
That's what we got
good.
the size
Yeah,
for.
no, yeah, you're good. I'm good.
I totally believe you saw it somewhere.
Yeah.
So anyways, but when we're talking about going quite clean in the summertime, because we are absent of layering, but we still want to wear really interesting pieces that, we don't want to all resort into like the lightweight, breathable cotton pant, and right? So I want to wear leather.
Some of the stuff is that we're traveling, we're commuting, we're in air conditioning in the office, then
Yeah.
you go outside and it's hot as like bumble, whatever. So how do we make it between those two spaces and still feel like ourselves?
Exactly. And so when you are looking for a leather piece that is pretty much year round, what you're going to be looking for is a really soft, supple leather here. And so if you think about what a heavier leather does, like on a motorcycle jacket, for instance, that is not the weight that you want to go for this skirt. So really, to be able to be comfortable walking around in a hotter city on the subway like I was this morning, you're going to go with something softer. And then I chose to put the Rudolph in the zebra from a while back, and I will tell you guys, we are doing a new version of Rudolph that will be coming out in the summer, but for the fall collection. And so you're going to have some more options to give you a flat that is closed toe. So for me, one of the things that's important when I'm wearing a flat to an office environment, legal environment, accountants, finance people, a ballerina, a rounded toe ballerina feels a little
Youthful or not juvenile? I can't think of. Softer.
Yeah, it feels too feminine. I feel like if you told someone, like the jury, if you gave your closing statement, like you would like pirouette away or something. And that's not the vibe that I know a lot of you want to get. So just when you're looking for a closed toe flat, for a work environment where you really are like going the work vibe, you've got meetings, all that kind of stuff. Because I love ballet flats, but when you're really wanting to lean into that work vibe, something with a little bit more of a point is a good thing. And we do have a rounded toe ballet flat coming out, but this really gives me strong work vibes.
Can you talk to me about your shirt choice?
So for the top, what is really important in the summertime is this is a t-shirt fabric, but it does have the higher neckline. And so when you're looking for the perfect summer t-shirts to wear on their own, under a jacket, you really got to pay attention to that neckline. And hey, Bryn, do you mind finding that area in the book? Thanks. So you really want to pay attention to that neckline, something that has like a lot of polish. And because there's this, I don't want to stretch this out, but there's a wobbly neckline that just sucks, and you don't want that. It really feels too sloppy. The other thing too is knowing that you can have a range of t-shirts to give depth to your own t-shirt collection. They don't have to all be the t-shirt that you consider like the most flattering t-shirt for you. And what I mean by that is I find that there are two concepts that tend to hijack a lot of customers. And it's the concept of dressing in certain colors that beautify your skin,
Yep.
and only wearing body shapes that project your best assets. And this is a good example for me is I can tend to critique a lot of stuff on my own body, as we all do. Well, one thing that I do like on my body. I do like my shoulders.
Mhm.
There's a Donna Karen statement that like no woman is ever like, I fucking hate my shoulders. And I like my shoulders. But the thing is I do like my shoulders, but it doesn't mean that everything's gonna be a halter top that I wear. And so, you know, like if I look at this and I do this, do my shoulders like prettier? Okay, like maybe they do, and that's a top that I can have in my closet. But what you don't want to do is start, you know, like they'll tell you like buy tops only that like show off your best assets, and then all of a sudden you're here with like 30
Of the
halter
same
tops, and you're like, well, what the fuck do I do now? And so this is where like really look closely at like mood boards that you create that have pictures of people's style that you're interested in, because look really closer, and what you're gonna find is they're not locked in to like showing their waist or their shoulders. They're showing a broad range of emotions. And so really, this is where you've got to start to think of your best asset as your personality. And that's what you want to come through in your clothing. It's not your boobs, it's not your waist, it's not your legs. I know it might be, but it's not. Like your personality, I promise, is the best thing that can really come through. And in the book here, guys, which is the encyclopedia tome here, I have shown the example of the perfect tee and then the shitty tee. And then here, I do.
Is that the type?
I hate these tee. I hate
Yeah.
that. I hate that. I mean,
Deep.
basic. Anyways, basic. So, a tee with a point of view is what it is. So it doesn't have to be this one, but just needs to have a point of view. And then one last thing before I go and switch off into something else
Yep.
is just in terms of like really building out how you're going to show your personality beyond just like a black top and a black skirt. I did get this bag when I was in Milan. It's from Miu Miu. Someone told me they went there and tried to buy it, and they told them that it's an old season. I'm like, thanks Miu Miu for selling me that full price. But anyways, whatever. No shade on them, kind of. So anyways, this gives me some good texture. So I'm getting texture through things that aren't necessarily through the clothing.
But also your hair and your accessories matter in this case,
Yes.
right?
Question?
Yeah.
Just quickly state about the book again. Like, what is the month? Who is the month?
Oh.
Someone just asked.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hello. This is a creative pragmatist. This beautiful encyclopedia of basically how to think about your personal style. And it really confirms that personal style is important. I can't say it enough. You've got 3 ways to communicate. It's through your visuals, your actions, and your words. And so if one of those 3 is really like stymied because you haven't figured out, first of all, who you want to communicate, who you are, and then how to do it, then that sucks. So what you'll find is if you relate to our style and our way of thinking in terms of being very modern and progressive in our outlook, being curious, being effortless, having respect for heritage, then this is something that you'll relate to. If you don't agree with any of it, it'll be like an hysterical read.
And a beautiful way to
a beautiful book. And also for any of those of you who do have it, just so you know, this is this will be the one and only, because we'll be doing like interesting takes on ideas in the future, but this is the one and only. So we're not going to go back in and do a big reprint on him. I illustrated this whole damn thing, and I'm not going to do that again. But it was so much fun. And then earrings, real quickly, the jewelry. And so these earrings are from Jennifer Fisher. It was one of those things like,
Those are good.
I know, it was like 10:30 in bed and I'm reading, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, look at these. But what's interesting is and see the little thing?
Oh, it's like lightweight. Oh, the back is
No,
flat.
but it's super lightweight.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, it's so good. But you put it, it
Yeah.
goes like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of you DM me and you're like, oh, I didn't know that it was, they asked me if it was lightweight, and I'm like, yeah, super. It's like the weight of like 6 Pringles.
Just a fun little question. Did you
Yeah.
say is geeky 80s a modifier that functions for you?
Just nerdy.
Was someone calling me geeky?
No.
But yeah, like I think if you geek out on the 80s, like kind of just saying like it's, you're very Stranger Things right now. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, yeah, it's a vibe. It's a total thing. And we've got the entire cast from Stranger Things right here. To be honest, off here. Okay, so
You know what? I want to do something different.
wait, can I give you?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Can I give you like your tote bag?
Oh, you can give me my tote bag.
I'm not for keeps.
I'm giving. Oh,
Sorry.
sorry that I can't hold it.
Not for keeps.
It's giving
forever.
Clemson. I would carry this like this. Matt, can I borrow your chair for a second?
Mhm.
I think it'd be really. I've met with a few of you, and we talked about having these hybrid work environments where you're still on Zooms, which you think we would grow out of it, and you're seeing yourself from here. But I don't know if this is the flattering place, but I think that that's something that's super common. And so if you're going into the office for 3 days a week or 2 days a week, you still want to show up as yourself. So this is your top half that you're still showing yourself, and you're wearing, sometimes I wear this open as a jacket, and then you can actually throw on your Mary, which I wear. I know we're talking about hot, I might have moved off of that chair too soon for our Zoom, but talking about hot summer months, I still feel good in the drapey shirting in cocoa, and also back to the, is this redwood or sienna?
Driftwood.
Driftwood. So driftwood, cocoa,
Oh,
and
I
redwood all kind of work together in a good
Right.
family where I'm getting a monochrome look. We talked about also having an open toe. Stella, can you come here for a second? And I think we can like rethink what professional really means. Last week, Amy had on the vest with the room suiting, and Stella wore this today, and I couldn't stop looking at you. She's in press appointments. She's wearing, can you come a little closer?
Sure.
She's wearing this, go ahead.
Oh, spring 2023 slip skirt in lavender, and then I always forget the name of these shoes. The
The
Alley
Cassius. So the Cassius are the lace ups, they go a little bit higher.
It's a
And then the
cute
tropical
shoe.
wool vest.
Did you say your height and your size?
I am wearing a size medium in the skirt. The vest is a 6, and I'm 5'6".
Yeah, and I think you look uber professional and also super creative, right? I mean, this is work. So this is options for people that are working in a creative space. Maybe you're doing a hybrid situation and you want to show up as yourself, you put on a jacket. We were also talking about what it means to have a bare armed or to cover up. This is a great way to do a bare arm, and yeah.
Yeah, it still felt very professional. I will say if I was working in like not a creative office, I might wear like the brown patent Brody or something,
Yep.
just for like a little more coverage, but this works for here, which is good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody's to be ordered just arrived with this going on.
That's a look?
FedEx guy just dropped off.
think
the-
Sarah's
Shout
back.
out to the FedEx guy.
Come here, we have on the same shirt.
And the same.
Oh yeah, well, you have on
Kind
the
of. I have
skies.
these, and these are from Resort.
Wait,
Wow.
can this thing come out with you guys because you're all wearing versions of soft dress shirting.
This is Christine. You may have seen me on the road.
She's real too. Oh, okay, bye. We are.
Hi.
Well, you're also wearing a different variation of this shirt. So
Sure. Oh, yeah.
so Katura and I are wearing the Spring 23 featherweight something button down. This is
Drapey.
in driftwood is the color. This is pastel yellow. What is it?
Cocoa brown.
Who names these? This is from fall, right?
Yes,
This is the
the
featherweight Eco Crepe. So pretty much very similar cuts, and I think all of these really would be neutrals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I know pastel yellow
thought
might
it's
be
a
a little
non-color
out
color.
there, but it definitely is.
And it doesn't have a cuff, so it's really easy for you to roll it up and like do your own thing, kind of push it up and feel like you're getting a little bit more skin.
Do you like the red bag with Christine? If you're wearing all that dark, would you wear that? I would love the red bag.
Oh yeah.
I would love both actually, but
Whose iPad is over here?
oh yeah, it's in that Clamata bag.
So that's essentially, and especially a little more
Oh,
about
that's
the.
perfect.
Oh my
See?
god,
Oh my
everyone's got
god,
it.
a Miu Miu
Bags
bag.
for everyone.
Wow, see? For those of you that love Amy's Miu Miu bag.
Yeah. But I think with Christine here, like when we talk about ways to make something more summery, it is simply the perfect like little red bag here, and that does the whole thing.
I'm gonna slide this in, just show them how that can fit in there. Sure.
You want to show the camera, not block the iPad drop?
Okay,
I just
so
covered it up as if we were
Okay,
doing
that
it
is
straight.
excellent.
excellent work. Promotion.
All right, good point. Yeah, this actually, just so you can see the magic trick. Yeah, yeah.
Now Christine's ready to go back on the road.
Back on the road.
Hi.
Thanks for stopping
Come
by.
on, Dad. Thanks. Okay.
Well, I don't know what to prepare mine, but
Here, I'll take this bite right now.
okay. Yeah, so again, my tool is sheer. I think that is going to be a consistent thing for me. So I am wearing the short sleeve baby tee in pastel yellow, and I layered it under this yellow long sleeve button down to add some contrast. And I paired it with the blue Scotty jogger from Resort. I think that the blue and yellow are kind of a surprising color combination. Check the color wheel. And yeah, I put a belt on it to really solidify the look and make it feel a bit more professional. But again, this is something that I'm wearing in a creative field. I think, again, I would add a blazer if I was going to a meeting, but this is something perfect, I think, for like an off-site visit. You know, we are starting to prep for our runway show.
Would you go full on ton with the brown blazer?
I'm happy to try. So let's see how that.
This is a runway and it's a size 8, like.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, just to completely swallow you for lunch here, but I'll just put it over your shoulders. So it's gonna
It's like the editor
accommodate
tray.
you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
Matt,
shoot.
do you want to do another one? Another gem?
Oh my god.
But this is very chic, right?
It's very chic.
So what you're not seeing is Matt has been putting composites together of me in oversized blazers.
You're fine.
So yeah, this actually is, oh look,
Yeah.
you're wearing it too. I think color-wise, these colors just work together.
Well, where's my color wheel?
It's behind you.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know if it's that one or if
I'm
it's
gonna see
Yes.
if this is.
He's
Here's
hideous,
Sarah
right?
Brody in the movie Big.
People are gonna be like, do you guys want
So what's great with the color wheel and thinking about this is, so like this brown, you can see how it actually just took everything down a notch. Like
Totally.
it toned the outfit, but it took it down in an interesting way, and these colors are really playing off each other nicely. So Sarah's got 2 colors here from the outer,
Move it a little bit more.
and then, oh, sorry, she's got 2 colors from the outer wheel, ring 4, and then she's mixed it with one of the ring 3s. And that's what we love about the ring 3 color, is anything that gets near a ring 3, it tends to take it down a notch. If you put on a black blazer, if you put on something like cold gray, cold khaki, it could make it look preppy or a
Totally.
little like 80s vibe. But the ring 3 really neutralizes the ring 4. This looks gorgeous
I
too.
feel chill, modern, and classic.
With your modifier, right? Okay.
And risk-taking.
Exactly. And so I'm actually just playing up here on mixing all the neutrals in with the ring 3. So I'm like residing right here. Although someone did ask me where gold lives on the ring, and it does live in ring 4 out here, because the gold becomes the pop of color here. So what I wanted to show you guys is, this is just a cashmere t-shirt. Now cashmere, I do view cashmere as a year-round item. If I were living in Hong Kong, I wouldn't be walking around Long Kwai Fong with this on and sweating, but it absolutely would be in my bag just like this, because if you've lived in Hong Kong, you know that you're gonna get blasted out with air conditioning in about 5 seconds, depending on what building you've gone into. So here you've got all these things that can just fit into your bag. And then I've got on the cotton Aran suiting blazer. And in your closet lineup, as you're building things up, the cotton blazer may not be your first investment piece. Like, Bren, what was your first investment piece? The tropical wool?
Tropical wool leaf blazer in stone.
Yeah.
I remember.
Exactly. So I think like Bren is clearly like at the beginning of her career and building things up. So for me, for someone who has a lot of variation of blazers in my closet, having one that is in the cotton arena is really, really great because it just speaks summer, right? And then what I wanted to show you what's great, oh my God, there's so many things in this bag.
It's like the Mary Poppins
It
bag.
is. So what's great too is when you are thinking about your key summer items, you're thinking, how can I wear it to an office? I'm wearing it with the black patent Rudolph, which I love the texture of the black patent with the white compact knit, and then with the cotton blazer. And then I'm just going to show it to you on its own as well. The dress is really just like a perfect.
And someone asked me could they wear a white dress to a funeral this week, and I feel like this would be a way to do it. Because they wanted to wear a white dress, but they didn't want to wear it just by itself.
Well, yeah, because I mean, in a lot of cultures too, you wear white to a funeral, so this absolutely
With a jacket.
would be the place to do it. So, anyways, this is a compact knit dress. I love this dress. The beauty of this dress is it has a raw hemline, and you can literally, if you want to trim it, don't cut it yourself unless you are much better at that than I am. This is a nice dress. Get it professionally done. But what it means is you're not bending it back, you're not hemming it, it's like chop, chop, chop. But I love this dress, and I think it works at a lot of different lengths. But what's great when we talk about play, dinner, work, and being able to wear this in a lot of locations, this is a dress that just by changing up the shoe, it does become a totally different vibe. And so if I were, depending, like if I were in a magazine environment in the summer, like, okay, maybe, I don't know, this is a little beachy, like, this is a beach look. And it was something like, I would totally do this and be so happy on vacation in a place like Mallorca or London or something like that. And you just don't wear a shoe with that.
Not a weird shoe.
All right, weird shoes are good.
They are good. I am wearing the Quinn jean in a size 24. I'm wearing the crepe paws in the razor back tank as well as the button up. This has sort of been my go-to in the summer. This was my summer layering with shirting. I think it works really well because it keeps it super professional. I think a lot of people feel, to be in a professional environment, shirting is super necessary, and it doesn't need to act as just, shirting itself. Sarah was wearing it layered with the sheer baby gauze tee. I am here wearing it as a layer and almost jacket in itself. For me, during sale, this was a really key item to have. I think denim, but also black denim especially, it works really hard in your wardrobe to sort of be that elevated touch. So instead of wearing sort of a classic blue, I'm wearing a deeper color, which for me felt more refined and professional.
So what I find is that a lot of people say that they can't wear blue denim in their office. So if you have a work environment where you can wear denim and it's casual, a lot of people that are working in tech, maybe you are a lawyer, you work in entertainment, and you want an option that is casual but also refined, you can wear the Quinn denim, which I want to show it sits a little higher. So we know this body, it's similar to the brand Kuzi, it just sits slightly higher. You would take your size that's closest to your natural waist, because where's your belly button?
Right here.
Okay. And you're wearing a size 24,
Yeah,
right?
so I took my true size, a size 24, and the shape is also really great. It brings that level of intrigue, but for me, this functions as a jacket as well as sort of that refinement and almost not coverage or but classy-ness that I need.
Can I
for
see
the
what this
office.
looks like?
Yeah, absolutely can.
So with the option to
Thank
maybe
you.
wear a tank under and button her shirt up a little bit, she could tuck her shirt in and then also push up her sleeves. If this were the Marlin with the slit sleeves, you could wear the tank underneath,
Yeah.
which is an option. I was looking to grab it, but it's not around.
And you can always push the sleeves of a blazer too. I think you see us all doing that a lot too, and it adds an element of chill into it. And I would absolutely wear this as well. And again, leaving a shoe that is partially covered, as it's the Gary, by the way, if anyone's wondering. Not on sale, sorry, but great shoe. Great shoe. Do not look at my feet. I had shoes destroy them yesterday. We're recovering. It's a process. They weren't tippy shoes, but my shoes hurt me nonetheless. But anyway, this is great because the shoe gives coverage, but it also is ease for the summer, so I'm not sweltering, and it's great.
Cool.
So yeah, that's that.
Yeah, so you guys will see me in this Liam, the drapey
Yeah.
drapey cotton Liam. And Brittany and I were having a conversation about what it means to really feel like you need a third layer. When I'm out of the office, I'm wearing the Giselle tank in size large here. I take an extra large and a large, and I'm wearing the large here, and I feel just comfortable. I want to show you what this tank feels like. It does.
I have that tank on backwards.
Yeah, so it's like if I wanted to like change it around, oops, sorry. And if I needed a closed-toe shoe, I would probably opt for a white. I almost grabbed the zebra Rudolph, but that's a little too matchy-matchy, and I want something that's a little bit more modern if I were to wear a closed-toed shoe. So, yeah.
And you're all in ring 3.
I am. I've been living in ring 3 for a minute, but if I were to this is another place that I get a little bit of shine in. This is the wilt that I wear in the shiny.
And that's a good mixture of like the colors on the ring, and then this is taking a black and white, and then we talk a lot about the black and white rut, like you're in all the ring 3s. But one way to feel like you've moved beyond that black and white rut is just having an element from ring 3 just on you. So just this alone changes everything. And then of course, if I wanted to add like a bright gigantic bag to bring my lunch in, like I did.
Can you just say your heights again?
Oh, somebody keeps calling me on it. Like 5'8", 5'7" and change.
5'4.5", 5'5", but 5'4.5", but just much taller right now because I'm wearing a heel.
That's why we
Yeah,
see eye to eye.
like,
I was like, what's going on here? And I would totally do a Liam and navy here just to get a little.
1000%.
Yeah.
Exactly. And cardigans kind of do that too for you.
Yep, totally.
Okay, so what I want to show you guys is wearing all black again. Someone asked me with our vests, would I wear a shirt underneath it? I like a tank top under it, and I like a sleeveless tank top under it. Sarah looks great wearing a 3/4 sleeve top under it, but I was a waiter for too long, and it just makes me feel like I'm gonna get
So
nauseous.
just in case someone missed it, Amy and I are wearing the same tank. She's turned hers backwards, so it's sitting a little higher.
So the reason why I turned it backwards is because I have on the. No, it's a top.
It's rubbing off, guys.
No,
I'm
no.
rubbing off on Amy.
It's the
It's the compact knit.
Compact knit. It's
Yep.
a bustier. It's not a bra. I just want to show you though. The reason why I turned it around, and this is where you just use things in different ways. You
Now you have
can't
a
really
square
see
neckline.
because, well, I've got on the compact knit, but if I were just wearing it round like this, yeah, it's like I could wear the compact knit up, but just down, it's a great tank, yeah.
Just wondering, did you remove the tag to flip it back?
No, but
or
I
did you
would,
keep it?
I would have. That's where to like chop your tags off. Just remember it's Tibby, but chop your tags off. So what it does is you've got options, right? But what I want to show you is, for me, I don't like let me pull this down so you can see the full effect. I don't really like the effect of a scoop neck under the vest. It's not really doing anything for me. But what I do think is interesting, the reason why I had on the compact is that again, I'm wearing a top, not a bra, but it does, I thought that it was something that if you were going out at night or something afterwards, you've immediately got like a summer outfit. And I would take off the pumps and I'm gonna put on one of my sandals and, what did you call me?
I said, this is birthday outfit. Like, if I had a birthday party, I want you to be my guest.
I thought it was, I thought you said Brittany. Spears.
No, not.
Anyways, I mean, fine,
right.
whatever.
What were those shoes peeking out? under?
So these, I wanted to wear these because this is our old Nevis pump. A lot of you guys have this pump. It's a great one. And so if you have it, yay for you, and you've got ideas on how to keep wearing it in the summertime. And if you don't, I'm sorry you missed out. Sorry. Okay, all right, Todd, and I'm gonna.
Hello. Okay, so I'm back. I'm really going for the more muted tones today, apparently. I am wearing the Murray pant, the active knit material. I actually have the first iteration of the active knit from when we did it last year. Wow, my years are really all jumbling together at this point. I'm also wearing the shoulder pad tank that Amy was wearing earlier. This is a really, really great staple in the closet. And I find that, you know, like in the store, anytime I'm working with clients, everyone just really is like, pairs this back to everything. As Amy says, like the perfect tee can really like help you understand the breadth of other items that you're wearing. So I am wearing the Murray pant in my size, an extra, let me see if that's the way that it goes. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, extra, extra small. Sorry, I didn't want to say 00 and then I want to say, but it's extra, extra, yes. I'm wearing an extra, extra small. I do have it snapped at the back here, which is really great. So this pant does, and as well as the other color that Couture is wearing, has the snaps at the bottom, so you can really play around, which is so great when walking through the city. Because just this morning I stepped in a giant pile of water and that was not fun. So luckily my pants were snapped. But yeah, so this has the drawstring, and for me, this is like, as I build my wardrobe, items like this, when they go on sale, it's really, really great for me to add to my wardrobe. It is just something that I will continuously wear throughout the year. It is extremely breathable, but it is a slightly thicker material than I would normally wear during the summer, so it wouldn't be my like go-to summer pant. However, it is going to be my go-to pant as something that I just have in my closet all the time throughout the year, which is really great. The top is in navy. I'm really loving the mix of the two colors. Did you have a question?
No, but looks like Amy was
Oh. I thought Matt had a
strolling
question.
back in, just
Weird, and then he was like, I don't have a question, so.
just getting a lot of love for the snaps.
I know.
Snaps are
They're
good.
really, really great. Oh, I'm 5'2" also, so everyone can get a reference
Yeah.
for this. But yeah. Anyway,
And so what's your tool that you're wearing? Oh, the high neck tee. You guys see?
Yep, see? And it was great because I was just telling them whenever I was in the fitting room with clients, this would be a great base item to just always continuously have on when trying on other items, just so they really had like a tool that was with them to know if the items are working for them.
Yeah, because when we talk about shopping with your woofs,
Yeah.
that's the one to like, especially in the summertime, you know, you can sometimes want to get more experimental, with sale and things like that. And so this is where, for me, like, there's this Dries Van Noten skirt I've been eyeing. It's like kind of mint green. It's got these ruffles on it.
Oh,
I know.
what
It's a
you're
good
talking
one.
about. It's really good.
I want to know how loose it is. I can't tell.
I know, I can't tell
I want it
either.
to be chill.
Yeah.
But for that skirt, when I try it on, because it's got the ruffles and the color, I'm definitely going to try it on with the muscle t-shirt
Yeah.
to make sure that I feel right, you know, in my space. Okay,
Yeah.
so ending things up here, guys. The surprise for what really works well in summer is the Sid jean. And so, you know, there are certainly vacation spots where I don't take denim at all. But I would say that for places that are denim cities and work environments where denim is a thing, this is absolutely the mother of all jeans, because the volume in the jean really, it just doesn't stick to your body. When you're on the subway, it's not all sticky. We were running around Vienna, it got really hot out, and we
found
were
this
good.
too.
We
I
were
wear this
good and
pant a
hot.
lot.
Yeah.
And even on hot days, I feel good as long as I'm open up top.
Yep. Yes, it really does. So when you talk about how to dress in the summer, it's like wearing a jean, you know, it's not a pair of ripped up Levi's or whatever, like it absolutely has a designer point of view. But then I'm wearing it with something like very hyper polished. If I were going to an office that, you know, was one of those offices where you're like, hello, Bill, you know, then you would really want to make sure that you've got on like that polished element. It might
Right.
not, look, I love your t-shirt, but I wouldn't wear that with this.
Right. And I'm wearing it with satin, which
And then-
normally someone wouldn't wear it in the office, but I'm wearing it with a hooded t-shirt.
Exactly. And so the key here too is that, for me, when you're, you don't have to have everything on your body all at once. So maybe like the new way to think about layering for summer is being able to bring layers but not wearing them all at once, so that you've got these places where you can have like these opportunities to layer up, because on the train ride home tonight, it's gonna get freezing, and I'm going to wanna put on the little shrunken cardigan here, and it's gonna be just enough. And so I just wanna show you guys, like, if I were at my desk, if I'm on the train, I'm gonna throw on the little cardigan. This is not my outfit. If someone's
Right.
like, come to the meeting, this is not how I'm showing up. This is not my outfit, but it's so fucking functional, you know? Like, you would just have it out, and I'd be like all cozy in my office, and then be like, Amy, the client's here, and I'd be like, great, hold on, just a second.
This is real. That's why I'm laughing, because you said come to the meeting. You're like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
I take off the thing on my desk,
Take-
which is
take off
okay.
your things.
Everybody does that.
Everyone does it, and the key to know is that when they do it, it's not with the objective of one day not doing it. It's just a fact. You're going to do it, and that's okay.
You need it.
It's okay. One last thing to show you on here is this has a little loop on the inside, and you can put these straps in there if you don't want them dangling out. And then another woman
Is
asked
your
me,
phone, Matt?
My phone?
I just think this is important to know.
well,
It's a big phone.
yeah.
That's the biggest phone known to man. I was like, oh, this is different.
that's a
And
big
But
ass
that's
phone.
that's
And
still.
the Samsung.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I like it a little more hidden for the subway, or I would
Mhm.
just turn
I
it
would turn it
around.
inward.
Yeah. And this is navy with black, cause that's.
That's actually
what we
leather.
do.
Yep.
Yeah, leather, and then this really cool vinyl. Someone else asked me if it is noisy, and, yeah, it talks to you a bit. It's not talking shit, it's just talking to us, and we love it. But they said that gets annoying to them, and that's fine. That's fine. Okay, you need your phone back.
I was waiting on a very important business.
Sorry.
All right.
All right. Have your sweater.
Matt's interviewing, he's got, just kidding. All right, bye.